Well, we're going to be trading after work. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the overworked Scruffy trader. And why am I overworked? Because I've already done a day shift. I'm going to do another one for you guys. Because that's what this series of videos is about. It's about trying to trade around your day job. Now, the first part of this, I did a series of videos before work, trading between 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning. So I did that for a week. And for the rest of this week, because I only really trade 3 days a week, which is Tuesday to Thursday. And after work, you could trade Monday through to Thursday as well. But I wouldn't really advise trading late on a Friday night. Why? Because the markets are closing down, they're quite erratic. And if you're on the wrong side of a trade, you're going to be sweating it for the whole weekend till the markets reopen on Monday. And there could be a gap on the Sunday night. Now, if you're swing trading and you're prepared for it, no problem. If you're day trading and you're not prepared for it, then it does become a problem because it adds to your stress. And that's something that is, how do I put this? Well, let's put it this way. Emotions and mindset is probably about 75-80% of your success rate. And that's because if you can control your emotions, you'll stick to your plan. And if you can stick to your plan, you'll be fine. You know, I'm very, very disciplined in my trading. You know, my emotional value is dialed quite down. But I see it all the time. You get excited when you see the markets move, and certainly if there's a little bit of money on the table. And instead of sticking to your plan, you sort of make rash decisions. You'll jump in where angels fear to tread, that sort of thing. And that is something you need to control if you want to succeed. So what I'm going to do now, because it's currently 5:30ish, I'm going to start trading around 6 o'clock tonight. And I'll do it till about 8 or when I've got a trade in place. And what I will say about nighttime trading is liquidity starts easing off slightly because I'm based in the UK and I'm fortunate that I trade the London session, which is incredibly buoyant. But it still starts to wane once you get past 5 o'clock at night. But there should be enough movement between 6 and 9 o'clock at night when the US starts to shut down to get some money. Now, if you can get 10 pips, and that's all you need, guys, 10 pips, you can start building an account. All right. So I'll come back at 6 o'clock and I'll have my charts ready and we'll see what we can find.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, guys, I'm back. It's coming on 6 o'clock. So it's kind of the time when most people will be coming in from work and maybe spend a little bit of time looking at the charts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick the screens on and I'm looking for around 10 pips-ish. If I can do 10 pips, then I'm pretty much done. And that's the general idea. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, well for me. Well done. Keep me going. She's on the blower again. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, got my coffee, so it'll keep me awake. What we're looking at is 3 markets. All right, just 3. And of them, I'm looking for the best contender. Now, this isn't bad. If I pull this out to the hourly, you can see it's starting to move up. It's had a bit of a sell-off. That is telling you that selling is pretty much done, and it's now moving to the upper side. So it's whether this move is going to retrace. So that's quite interesting. It's something to keep in mind. We'll look at the DAX. Now, there is another video from today where I traded this earlier on this afternoon for my wage account. And also like a little salute to the guys in the Discord. This one, again, we have this lovely drop. Just take this out to the hourly. This excessive drop, and it's pushing back. Long tails. Now that's interesting. That's good. And then we have the FTSE. And again, the FTSE has followed suit to the DAX. But this is the better of the three. And why is that? It's because it hasn't tried to retrace back to the upside as yet. So this is the first market I'm going to be looking at. So the first thing I need to do is start looking at some parameters on it. But I want to see the overall trend. Well, the overall trend is up. You can see that clearly here. Nice and easy. So doing on the 4 hour, well, you can see it's had its chops and its waves. Well, if that's a wave like what one of these is, it's at the bottom side of the wave. For all that's red. But that's one of the things. You buy into red candles. Likewise, you sell into green candles. Why? Because they turn colour. Very simple. So that's one thing to look at. And also look at the tails. Drop it back to the hourly. We can see that there. So I think the trading arena we're working in is, we can comfortably say it's there. Just make this solid black just so you can see it. Why is that? Well, because it's reject, 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 and we can see the bunch on this side clearly there. So that is definitely the bottom. There is a stumbling point here, and the next stumbling point is up there, which is the base of them, which is a bunch of them, a bunch of that, and a bunch of this. So we have another point there. So we're definitely within some form of a trading range here. Easy. That is an excessive drop. Well, if we are looking even just to get halfway up this move, how far is that? Well, if we go from the bottom of there, and I want 10 pips, that's to there, which is targeting this lot here. Not bad. If I was to target to the upper end, that's 20. So what I could do in this point, I can either start saying, well, I could put an order in here and on the FTSE, because I still have enough margin to do that. And when I sort of put the order in, I'll show you the sheet, because that looks pretty much primed to go now. It certainly does. Give me just a second, guys. I just want to check something. Just want to see. What I'm doing is I work things out via a strength. I want to see what the actual strength of this is, and whether or not I'm right at this moment in time. Yeah, I think that's pretty good to go. So what we're going to do is, I'm at 64p a position at the moment. I'm just going to drop an order in, and I'm going to put it on the base of that candle. Where are we at? That's better. A little bit too aggressive with it. There we go. Okay. Right, so that's the first one in. Now I'm going to set this for around 10 pips. Just give or take. Just 10 pips will be fine. Okay. Now, what I can also do, as I was saying, I could look at this because that is quite an aggressive market as well. Let me just see what it's like on this side. Just put my strengths in just the same. Okay. That one I think could possibly come further down, so I'm going to leave this alone at this moment in time. And I don't think I need to trade this one. So the footsie is the play. So what I'm going to do with the second order is I'm going to place it under here. And the reason being is, if it picks the order up, fantastic. And if it doesn't matter. All right, because all I'm looking for is 10 pips from 64. That's it. All right. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to let that run out and we'll see what happens. Very, very simple. But before I do, I said I'd show you the results where that 64p came from. It is this. Now, with this, we started with £500 when I started this on the 2nd of November. It's currently the 9th of November. So it's only 7 days worth of trading, guys. So it's through last week. And we've grown the balance of 500 by 23%. And we've slowly been increasing the bid size in order to compound the account. And the target that I put in, it's just an arbitrary target of 500, just to round it up to 1,000. And the whole idea of these sort of series of videos is to show you how to build a pot. Now, the last one I did, I started with 300, drew some money out so I could have a nice meal, and then reinvested 500 for this month. And again, you just build it up. So that's what it's for. And as you can see, we're up to 64p, because what the basis is, it's 5 and 5. So it's an increase of 5% on the bid if I achieve more than 5 pips on the trading day. Okay, so that's the plan with that. I'll let this run out and then I'll come back to you when I'm done. Okay guys, I'm going to call it a night. It's about 9:45. Everything's in place. Just leave the targets to run. I'll pick this up in the morning.
Good job.
Well, morning guys, hope you're well. Here we are, 8:30, and gonna have a quick look, see what's going on with the charts. Did we have a good night or did we have a bad night? Let's find out. Well, there's no orders on the screen, and as you can see, went to bed about 9 o'clock last night, dipped down, didn't go that far against us, and then rocketed off up. So that can only mean, yep, we hit target. So I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll just drop them into the sheet. So let's have a look. Been working out the strengths this morning for what I'm going to be doing. So we are 64. What did I say that was? So that's 1126. Just to go in there. The other position was also 64. And that one was 954. And they were both done yesterday, which was 9th to the 11th. Yes, we completed, so we can move up. And we did the footsie on that one. Again, I do look at the 1 hour constantly. And I was in a pretty good mood. So I'll fill that extra bit in just a sec. So we've increased again. We're in a good position. 639, 258 pips. It's just building up constantly. Now I'll do this again tonight, and again we'll have a little look to see what's going on. Now what you find with nighttime trading is because liquidity dries up, and what I mean by that is the speed of the market. It's not as active as it is during the day. Don't expect to be in and out, you know. So scalping's just well out of the window. It's just a no-no. Why? Because the movement isn't there. So what you do is you put your trades in and you just plan them through. So it's slightly different from doing it on a morning. See, on a morning there's a lot of movement and you can get in and out quick, or at least hopefully get in and out quick. On a night time, it's more a little bit of planning and trying to sort of set and forget your orders. And that's kind of what I did yesterday. Put my orders in, kept glancing on it every once in a while, but went and had my tea, had a shower, watched a film. Why not? And then checked it just before I go to bed. So it's a nice, gentle way of trading. The only difference is if you're going to let it run overnight, make certain it's not so bad it plays havoc with your mind, because then you won't go to sleep. Just something to think about. So it comes to your position sizes, things like that. Make certain they're in tolerance. So there we go. So if you're stuck, by all means contact me. There are links in the description below where you find my contact details. There's 5% discount off the prop fund that I use, the 5%ers. If you check the other videos, you'll see my live statements and how much they pay me each month. And if you're using your own funds, check out Black Bull. At the moment, they are 500 to 1 leverage, so you can stretch your pennies out a little bit further. Fully regulated, loads of products, that sort of thing. And the Scruffy Squad. And the Scruffy Squad is the Discord group that I run. And I kind of show you guys in a transparent way how to trade in the real world. You know, it's not a mechanical system. It's reading charts and understanding the movements. So if that sounds good, check it out. But as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.